I mean, Grit would fit into any group, whether they're a bunch of guys from the UK or whether they were a bunch of women from Brazil. You know, I mean, he would find a way of fitting in with any group because he's such a human. His interest is human. His interest is he has a huge interest in people. On a musical side, perhaps it might have been that music is so melodic, and if you, let's say, had grown up listening to the Beatles, and I'm not saying because they're a UK group or we're a UK group, but anybody who'd listened to melodic music and then perhaps heard some of the messages in the lyrics of some of that music, I could see where he might have been drawn to it. And I think, you know, it was part of the folk milieu, the folk music milieu. It still is. And I think a lot of people were drawn to folk music, generally speaking, because in those days it was a real alternative, as I'd like to think it still is now, to a lot of, you know, sort of pop, dross, etc. So I don't know what the first meeting was. I wasn't in Toronto for that, but I can certainly see anybody listening to Ian Robb or Alistair Brown or Tam Kearney and listening to those guys sing and being immediately drawn to it. I was the first time I heard Friends of Fiddlers Green. I mean, so many of those songs are sing-alongs, right? Like there's songs with choruses, and you can learn the chorus in 5 minutes, and then the whole idea is to get everybody singing the chorus. So I can certainly see musically how it would be appealing. I like Grit's music for a couple of reasons. One is that he uses the traditional music forms in his own music. He writes melodies. That's a big, huge starter right there. He writes melodies, and I think he gets that. Probably, at least it was enhanced and reinforced by the Friends of Fiddlers Green and that music, the traditional music, the traditional Anglo music. The other reason I like Grit's music is because he writes about topical issues, and he writes about issues. He writes about real things that are happening to real people, and that's so lacking to a large degree today. In songwriters, let's say, you know, and right there, that's why I like his music. I also like his stage presence. He's great on stage. He's very engaging.
He's also a very good guitar player.
Oh, he's an excellent guitar player. He's absolutely a great. He's on one of our Borealis albums, 6 Strings Volume across the north, 6 Strings North of the Border, Volume 3. And I put those together, those albums together, and I wasn't picking him because he was my partner in Borealis. I was picking him because he was a really good guitar player.